If you're a heat and air machine technician or even a salesperson, where do you sit at the table and why does it matter? This is a super important question. I'm Scott Silvenbell. I'm coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. We are on video number 4 of how to get to the table, and we have gotten to the table. And I want to let you know that it's very important to know where you're going to sit, right? So there's a lot of psychology behind this. I'm going to unpack as much as I can. I'm going to give you some examples from my good friend of working with Dr. Kev Hogan. And let's just get into a couple of things. First and foremost, you never want to sit in their spot. So most people have a favorite seat in the house, okay? So let's say that me and you are going to sit at the table and we've gone through the entire process. You know, I haven't made anything up and we're going to sit down. I'm going to ask, hey, is there a place where I can sit? And if they say, hey, I want you to sit right here, fantastic. That's where I'm going to sit, right? Everybody's like, no, you need to hold control. No, there's a reason why I'm going to do it this way. There's a reason why I'm going to let them tell me is because I don't want to take their seat. And, you know, when you take a look at the opportunities, you could still rearrange a table to fit the needs to give a good presentation, even if they tell you where to sit, okay? And when you take a look at the ability to have people make a decision, if you could get people to have you in their right eye, you're going to have a better opportunity of selling the job. Now, I'm going to give you a very short version of a couple of different activities that were done in order to figure this out. One of them, there was military veterans that were brought in from Vietnam, and they were given ski goggles. And what happened was the researchers cut a little tiny slit in the ski goggles and covered the right eye and the left eye. And when they covered the right eye and left the left eye open only, then what would happen is the participant would get anxiety and have fear. And when they covered the left eye and left the right eye open, the participants would end up having like a favorable view of what was going on. They were optimistic. They were more happy. And so that's one version of it. The second version of it is a test that Kev Hogan did at an event and found that when you sat in somebody's right eye, they found you more favorable. So it was like a complementary two different studies found this same exact thing. And you're like, Scott, what does this have to do with where I sit? I'm going to tell you everything. But first, this is why you should join HVAC Tech Secrets. It's like right here. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. You're going to have to type that URL in. It'll allow you to go to a place and drop in your best name and your email address. And I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. So I got my $12 whiteboard, right? My $12 mobile whiteboard. And I've lined out for you where your possibilities are. I got the playbook here. So the worst presentation that you can ever give is to a split view conversation. Now, people will tell you like, well, you want people to be sitting in an arrangement to have control. Like if you have that feeling of like, I've got to be in control, it's going to shine through your presentation. It's not going to feel real. And people are going to be like, I don't really care for this and I really don't like this. Okay. So the split is probably the worst situation for you to be in, where you are sitting here and then you're trying to present across the table and play ping pong with looking at the people that you're talking to. So for me, the best option is to sit here in an arrangement where I'm in the right eye. So I might have drawn this backwards here just real quick, just so you know, I make mistakes on average 4 times a day. If I'm going to sit at the table, I should move this over, right? I should sit here. It should be homeowner, because I'm in both of their right eyes. Now I can also present to the corner. I can also give a good presentation. And so I met with some business owners last week, and it was one business owner, the other business owner, and they opted to sit like this. And I said, hey, for the sake of us having a good conversation, why don't you switch chairs if that's okay with you? And then I can give you the presentation that you need in the manner that you need it. And they're like, yeah, fine, no problem. That line has worked for me so well. Why don't you two switch positions so I can actually give you the presentation that you need? That's it. That's all you got to say. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. You don't have to make anything up. You're actually doing something right for the buyer, because like now you can give both people the information that they need instead of this and this and this and this. It's a hard presentation for you. It's a hard presentation for them, you know, because one person's reading the book this way. The other person's reading the book this way. The one person's looking at the tablet this way. The other person's looking at the tablet this way, the pitch book, the pitch deck, whatever you're going to do. Okay. So if you're going to sit at the table and you're going to get to the table, there is a right way for you to do this. There's a wrong way for you to do it. You want, if it's a 4-sided table, you want both people towards one corner. If it's a round table, you want both people sitting next to each other, that they're not on the sides of you like it was a square table. Because if you're going to get to the table and you took all that work and effort, you can really screw it up and cause some problems. Can you still close the deal if they sit on both sides of the table? Absolutely. Does it make it easier for them to sit in the corners? You betcha it does. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. If it's social media, hit follow, or share this with a friend by tagging it or sending it to them. I just want to let you know that I appreciate you. Thanks for checking out this video. We'll see you soon.